we are highlighting our virtual conference clients. And today we have a couple special guests with us, too, so that's exciting. We have Kayla and David from FBMC, and we're so excited to be able to talk to them. And so, David and Kayla, what and who is FBMC? Let's just start there.
Yeah, I'll take it. So good to be here with you and everyone else that's watching. FBMC is a national employee benefits broker and consultant. And as you can imagine in business, taking care of your employees' healthcare needs is such a critical thing. Healthcare is complicated. It's solutions. We make it understandable, and we do that through a number of different ways. And it's been great. We have been in business for 44 years, have a wide range of experience with small and large clients. And we just come in every day trying to do the best job that we can and trying to make a very complicated industry, healthcare, simple for our clients and their employees.
Yeah, and we are thankful for people like you. Okay, so here, working with Hawks Agency, what I've heard and learned a little bit before we got on is that you all have worked with Greg in the Hawks Agency 4 times now. And so I think you started back like in 2018. And so you've had him at an employee event as a keynote speaker, a client event as a keynote, an MC and master ceremonies of a Christmas employee event, and then something else at a virtual event. But
a virtual conference as well.
Yeah.
There it is. See, this is what it's like for me to be tested live and in front of people. I get things wrong. Yeah, well, I'm sweating already. Okay, so my first question for you guys, though, is this. I want to start with the client events because it's special and we haven't really talked about that. I haven't talked with anyone about that so far. But you had Greg for your live client event and then your virtual client event, both of them. Could you tell me what it was that led you to collaborate with Greg and the Hawks Agency, especially when we think about the virtual side?
Yeah, so I'm going to let Kyla take this. She, works so closely with Greg and the team, and she rocked it. So I'll let her go through this with you.
Sure. Okay, so I actually first heard Greg at a different conference that I was attending, and he was a speaker at, and he was just so engaging. And not only was his message wonderful, but he really connected with the audience more than just when he was speaking. He took the time to go around to other sessions and to talk with people. He came to me personally and asked us about our culture at our company, and it was just really intriguing to see how much he cared and was interested in learning about who everybody at the conference was so that he could connect with them. So we were like, let's bring that to our clients in our conference. So we did have him at a conference as a keynote in person. And then when we, in 2020, when we went virtual, we thought, how are we going to engage our clients virtually? Right. How are we going to keep them connected and make them want to join? And we were like, well, Greg knows how to do that. So we thought no better person to bring on and help us with that than Greg and his energy.
That's good. So it translated well to the virtual, you think, for your clients?
It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good. It takes a lot to do that, I feel like, to be able to translate in the virtual world. And so I'm glad I get to work with Greg and the team and that we can do that well. Let's see. So talk to me about like when you guys went virtual and did it with your client event and some employee events. What do you see as an owner and leading your team and your employees and your clients in this way? What is the value that you see in the virtual for your clients, for the bottom line, for hosting, and even working with Greg in that coordinating? What do you see the benefit is?
Sure. And we'll tag team this one. From my perspective, when our world got turned upside down last year, right at the beginning,
Yeah.
as a company and as a business leader, we were discussing how can we continue to engage our employees, our workforce, and keep them a part of the company. We knew that we had to decentralize, create an environment where they could work from home in a seamless way, but yet losing the personal connectivity and being able to visually see someone, I believe, is really, really important. So as a team, we got together, we talked about that, and came up with a lot of different virtual solutions and options. And for our holiday gala, Greg was a natural fit. He came, there was a small group of executives that he worked closely with, and then we broadcasted it out to the entire company. That's all awesome. Over wherever they were, and it was great. And Kyla worked closely with him, and it was fantastic.
You know, it's just interesting that when we talk about the engagement from a virtual perspective, Greg, you know, he has all these ideas where, you know, obstacle courses and getting the audience engaged, even from a remote standpoint. You know, we did a scavenger hunt, and it really just kept everyone, you know, intrigued the whole time. What's he gonna do next?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love
hearing that. I think one of the other good things about virtual is that you can open it up to more people. You know, what we found when we did stuff in person is that, you know, of course we would open the invite to everyone, but not everybody could be there. So when you have an option to do it virtually as well, that's definitely a perk that, you know, it's a wider audience can join.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good. And that's so true. Okay, so last question here. I'm going to kind of begin with the beginning. End with the beginning in mind. So your partnership with Greg started when you hired him for an employee event. I think back in 2018 or around there. And so this is my question. What do you believe was and is the value of having Greg, and you've kind of touched on this, speaking to your employees? Like, what does it do for the culture, kind of that aspect, that side of it?
Right. Yeah, and we'll share both of our perspectives around it. You know, for me, our team members hear quite frequently from me, from Kyla, from the rest of our team about our strategic vision, our direction, what's important to us, and being able to bring someone in like Greg to really take and listen to what we are trying to achieve as a gathering standpoint. And then such an engaging presenter and speaker. He's able to connect with everyone in a different way that I can. And still conveys the strategic vision of our company. When we brought him in, he talked about owners versus renters. And that message was so compelling to everyone, and they really connected what we were talking about from the strategic direction with kind of what it means to them, and how in a real world example you can apply what we have been really promoting within our company. And Kyla, I'm sure you got some comments around it.
Yeah, so when he came and spoke to our employees, like David said, he was talking about that ownership culture, and we are we're unique in that we're an ESOP company, so we are actually owners. All of our employees are owners of our company, and I think that sometimes it's hard to connect the dots on what that means for people. And like David said, you know, Greg's message is really it connects for people. It lands on in a different way than what they might have thought before.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I learned a lot here today, and I think what you guys had to offer, I hope, and I believe other people will also learn from and give people some confidence too, and to do virtual and to do it well, and maybe use Dragon Hawk Agency to do it too. So
I would absolutely recommend that. Really seek the values of the virtual environment, because it's really fantastic. And having someone like Greg and his skill and expertise We'll have him again. I can assure you of that.
Yeah. And wanted to piggyback off of that, obviously we've used him 4 times already and we're not planning on stopping. So if that says anything,
That's
That's awesome. Good. Okay, well, thank you guys, and thank you everyone who's watching. For everyone who's watching, we're going to do a follow-up. I will do a follow-up with Greg on this conversation. We're going to discuss some things that they mentioned and on Thursday. And so I hope you can join us then. Hope everyone has a great day, great lunch hour, and we'll see you.